Are you into diving watches? Or do you love the Rolex Submariner but haven't been able to get one? Well then let me show you 3 alternatives to the Rolex Submariner that are just as good. Keep watching. Hi guys, welcome to WatchAdvice. I'm Neha. In this video, I'll give you 3 alternatives to the iconic Rolex Submariner that are just as good, don't have the hefty price tag, or the super lengthy wait lists. But before getting into it, please subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and those of you who have, thank you so much. I also did a video comparing the old Oyster and Jubilee bracelet Rolex GMT Master 2 BLNR models. I talked about their pricing and gave some tips on buying these watches on the grey market for those of you considering it. Click here to check it out. Getting back to this video, we all know that when it comes to diving watches, the Rolex Submariner is one of the most talked about watches. It's so popular that some brands have created watches that look very similar to the Submariner, and we know that there are many replicas on the market. But if you're not wedded to the Submariner, then give some thought to the 3 watches I'm about to take you through. Let's get into it. The first watch I'd suggest is the Tudor Black Bay 58. It was released in 2018 at Bezel World and celebrates Tudor's first ever watch that was introduced in 1958. The Tudor Black Bay 58 is priced at 5,000 Australian dollars and is the least expensive of the 3 models I'll be suggesting in this video. What I instantly loved about the Tudor Black Bay 58 are its gold hour markers, Tudor snowflake hands, and the gold minute track around the black and steel bezel. These gold finishing touches are classy and stand out well against the black dial, making it easier to tell the time. The Black Bay 58 has Lume on all 12-hour markers, the snowflake hands, and the 12-hour pip on the bezel. I'd say the Lume on this watch is its strongest point as it really pops. It has a 39mm steel case with a polish and satin finish, which is similar to the size of Submariner's 40mm case. It's got a unidirectional rotatable bezel with a 60-minute graduated disc. But I found that the bezel isn't as smooth to rotate as the Submariner or the 2 watches I'll take you through. In terms of the depth, the Black Bay 58 is waterproof to 200 meters, whereas the Submariner is waterproof to 300 meters. But to me, this isn't really a deal breaker because honestly, how many of you actually dive to 300 meters? With the bracelet, you've got 3 choices. The stainless steel bracelet with a folding clasp and a safety catch, a brown leather strap, and a black fabric strap with a gold colored band. You wouldn't get this selection with the Submariner. The bracelet can be tricky to adjust though, because it doesn't have quick adjustment like the Submariner. But micro adjusting can be done by the spring bar holes in the clasp. This is one of the drawbacks of this watch, as micro adjustment can't be done on the go. The Tudor Black Bay 58 has the caliber MT5402, which is Tudor's second in-house caliber and is a self-winding mechanical movement. It offers a power reserve of 70 hours, which is better than Submariner's 48 hours. Now this wraps up Tudor Black Bay 58. The second alternative to the Rolex Submariner is the Breitling Super Ocean Heritage Automatic, released in 2017. Today, we've got our hands on the steel gun blue model, but you can get this model in a black dial. The case is made of steel, and this particular watch has a case size of 42mm, but it also comes in 44 or 46mm. This model with the steel mesh bracelet is priced at 6,750 Australian dollars, but if you don't like the bracelet, then you can opt for the blue rubber band, which will cost you 6,350 Australian dollars. The first thing I noticed about this watch is its beautiful sunburst blue dial, which just pops. I also love the shine of the hour markers, but where this watch lacks is the lume. There are only 8 lume dots out of the 12 hour markers. For a diver's watch, I feel it wouldn't be as easy to read as the Submariner or the Black Bay 58 when underwater. But if you're not wearing it for diving, then it shouldn't be an issue. And overall, it's actually quite a stunning dial. For you divers out there, this watch is water resistant to 200 meters, but if 200 meters is not sufficient for you, then you can opt for the Super Ocean range with 500 meters. Looking at the high gloss bezel, you may think it's made from aluminium, but you'd be surprised to know that it's actually made from ultra hard, scratch proof, high-tech ceramic, which is on par with the Submariner and trumps the Tudor Black Bay 58. Similar to the Submariner and the Black Bay 58, you can rotate the bezel in a single direction, but unlike the Submariner and the Black Bay 58, the rotatable bezel has markers rather than numbers, which may be hard to read for some when underwater. Moving on to the steel mesh bracelet. There are 2 things I like about this bracelet. Firstly, to me, the mesh design of this bracelet pops more than the Submariner and the Black Bay 58's polished bracelets. Secondly, I feel that scratches wouldn't be as visible to the naked eye because of the way the bracelet's constructed. Similar to the Submariner and the Black Bay 58, this bracelet has a flip-lock safety clasp. But there are mixed views on the practicality of this bracelet. Some people feel that their arm hair can get caught in the bracelet, but my husband's been wearing it and he hasn't had that same issue. Similar to Tudor's bracelet, this Breitling has the same problem as it doesn't offer quick adjustment. The Breitling Super Ocean Heritage is powered by the B20 movement, which is not an in-house Breitling movement, but rather a Tudor-made movement. It offers 70 hours of power reserve, similar to the Black Bay 58. Now this wraps up my second alternative, which is the Breitling Super Ocean Heritage Automatic. The third alternative to the Submariner is Omega Seamaster Diver 300 meters. This watch comes in 4 dial colors: black, blue, grey, and white, and can be optioned with either a rubber strap, leather strap, NATO strap, or a stainless steel bracelet. The one we've got our hands on is a blue dial with a stainless steel bracelet. This model is priced at 7,400 Australian dollars, and it is the most expensive out of the 3 alternatives that I've suggested. But it's still 43% cheaper than the Submariner at Australian retail price. The first thing I noticed about this watch is a laser cut wave pattern dial, which is unique and pretty cool. Even though the dial is decorated, this watch is very legible as the hour markers and the hands are easy to see. The other thing I love about this watch is that all 12-hour markers are luminous. This watch is beautiful in the dark because of its blue and green lume. Other things to know about the dial and bezel are that it's 42mm in size and is made from stainless steel and has a blue ceramic bezel that's rotatable with a white enamel diving scale. This white enamel on the bezel means it'll be longer lasting. Its brushed and polished steel case isn't too thick, and the added angles to the case provide a nice touch. The dial is made of polished blue ceramic, and in this updated 2018 model, the date window is now at 6 o'clock instead of 3 o'clock. On top sits a domed scratch-resistant sapphire crystal with anti-treatment reflective on both sides. A common question people ask about this watch is, what does that other crown do? Well, that other crown at 10 o'clock is a helium escape valve, which only some divers would need to use. For those that don't know, the helium escape valve allows built-up helium molecules that are pressurized inside the watch to leave the watch as it comes back up to the sea where the pressure is more neutral. Talking about the sea and diving, this watch is waterproof to 300 meters, similar to the Submariner. Let's move on to the bracelet. The stainless steel bracelet provides a completely new look compared to the older models. It has a half link that you can use for further adjustment. The deployment clasp offers a diver's extension and a micro adjustment slider. Now let's look into the movement. The Omega Seamaster Diver is powered by the 8800 caliber, which is a self-winding movement made in-house by Omega. Unlike the Submariner, you can actually see the movement in the Seamaster through the sapphire crystal open case back. It certainly adds a nice touch to this watch. It has a power reserve of 55 hours, which is higher than the Submariner, and it's anti-magnetic. What that means is that magnetic fields in everyday items such as mobile phones, laptops, or automatic doors won't affect the performance of this watch. The Submariner and the other alternatives I've suggested aren't anti-magnetic, and so over time they may have the risk of permanent deviations of up to several minutes a day. I thought this was worth pointing out, even though the movement may not be important to everyone. Now this wraps up the Omega Seamaster Diver 300 meters. I've provided a lot of information in this video on 3 alternative watches to the Rolex Submariner. So let me give you some key points that you can walk away with. Overall, the Tudor Black Bay 58 is a great watch considering its features, quality, and given it's the cheapest of the 3 models. At 39mm, it's similar in sizing to the Submariner, and it provides a 70-hour power reserve, which is better than 48 hours that Submariner provides. Tudor Black Bay 58's drawbacks would be its aluminium bezel, given the other 2 are ceramic, and rotating that bezel isn't as smooth compared to the others. It also doesn't have a date, and it doesn't have quick micro adjustment on the clasp. The Breitling Super Ocean Heritage Automatic is a stunning and versatile watch. Its scratch-proof ceramic bezel would be on par with the Submariner, and its steel mesh bracelet is durable and unique. It also provides a power reserve of 70 hours. On the other hand, I think the Breitling Super Ocean could benefit from having numbers on the rotatable bezel to make it easier to read. Some of the other drawbacks of this watch are that it doesn't have quick micro adjustment on the clasp, and its movement isn't really comparable to the Rolex Submariner or the other 2 alternatives. With the Seamaster Diver, I feel that Omega have really raised their standards and created a watch that's super precise and well designed. To me, its positives are its legibility, durability, the luminosity, and the overall appearance. I'd say its drawbacks are its weight, because it's the heaviest of the 3 models, and its price, as it's the most expensive of the 3 models. But I personally feel that the price is justifiable because of what you get. So, after learning about the Tudor Black Bay 58, the Breitling Super Ocean Heritage Automatic, and the Omega Seamaster Diver 300 meters, which one do you prefer? I'd also love to know other alternatives to the Rolex Submariner, so if you know of any, please share them with everyone in the comment section below. So guys, this brings me to the end of my video. As usual, if you liked my video, please give it a thumbs up. And if you'd like to see more content from me, please subscribe to our channel. Also remember to turn on the bell icon so you can be notified of my new videos. Thank you for watching and for your support. See you in the next one.